Not Disturb on every phone. It's a very exciting moment. That was a good morning, though, Pedro. I mean, good grief. That was a lot. It was a lot doing, wasn't it? It was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. Oh, God. It's just the best is what it is. Truly. La da 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 da. Da 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 la da la da la da 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 da. What was that? For fuck's sake. There's already 27 people on. Oh my, hang on. So I have, hey, Masahiko, how lovely to see you from Tokyo. Oh my God, Masahiko, how lovely to see you. How lovely. Let me get on this bloody microphone so you can actually hear me. Let me see. There's Pedro Segundo. Now, here's what's interesting about getting a message from Pedro Segundo. He's actually sitting in the other room. Yes, I shit you not, for fuck's sake. We just did another bunch of performances, Leland Sklar, Pedro Segundo, and myself, which I'm very excited about because, you know, I'm continuing what with all the great, no global warming, no COVID, no smoke in the air, no problems. So I'm keeping the songs up. I'm bringing them out. They're coming out for you all to see. Joel, Mike, how good to see you all, top fan. I do love the top fans on top. Alessandro Visconti. Susan Owen. I haven't even spoken to my sister this morning. It's been all go. It's been all go. I hurt my arm. It turns out that I'm actually a bit of a stress monkey. You'd never guess that I was a tightly wound person, would you? Darren, hello. I shit you not. I do love that. Tony, how happy Judith Owen Wednesday to you. Thank you so much. Michael Faz, for fuck's sake, we had a lovely time on Joni Fest. Didn't we, Ped?
Yes, indeed.
There he is. I told you. He's alive. He's not going to play with me today because he has somewhere else to go with somebody else that's more important. That's enough. But I'm rude to him now, not to Pam. Pam's crying in the office, obviously. No, he's off to play with our dear, dear friend, the magnificent Marcus Eaton. Honestly, one of these days he's going to come over and play and you'll see he's blinding, this guy. Ridiculous. So anyway, but we've had a great morning session and now he's just taunting me from the other room just pretty much to put me off my own game. Because that's what good friends do, isn't it? They just heckle you. They heckle you from the other room. Hello, Taryn Simpson. How great. Top fan. Can we all put top fan at the bottom? Ruth Ann Holly. Oh, Mark Stensler. Thank you. It's kind of an orange thing I'm going for. It's not. I actually look like I am the fire. What happened? Nobody told me the thing I'm wearing looks like the California fires. I'm not channeling. It just came to me. I don't know what happened. Oh, coordinated roses. You suspect the hand of Pam? It was Pam. It was. Nothing to do with me. I just brought the fire. But Pam brought the roses. Because I didn't ask her. I told her. No, Pam's got it down. Pam's got it fucking down, that woman. She's amazing. Chris Graham. Jude. 58 U's. Let's get those numbers up. I'm not going to be happy until I've got like 3 million people. I'm a fantasist. I'm thinking there's going to be 3 million. Rhino. Peter O'Toole isn't alive, is he? Did he die? You're a different Peter O'Toole. I'm sorry. I'm so happy. Antonia Segundo, Pedro, your father is watching. Behave. Antonia, how do you say first, Pedro? Primeiro. Yes. Antonio Segundo Primeiro is on. There we have it. It's as good as I can do. Song title. Oh, quality, not quantity. I don't know what you're meaning. Still, though, now we're moving on swiftly. We've already hit, hey, Dan Zuma, Colin Humphreys, love you guys. Oh, thank you so much. A bit of a mess today. What can I say? So, yes, I fucking well have got something in my neck. I'm a tightly wound person, And I realised I was driving the car to the studio yesterday and I couldn't turn the wheel. It's always a bit of a tip-off that something's wrong. Anyway, I pulled the muscle in my neck and I'm a bit of a mess, quite frankly. But I'm going to play to you today because I don't care how much pain I'm in, and if I do end up being in traction, you come first. That's me. Did you see it? Fishing. Trawling. I'm trawling for your love. That's me fishing. About numbers of views. I see what you're saying. Yeah, but still, 1 million would be good. Rick Horn and Linda Lower are watching. I love you both. Yeah, I do. The quality here is pretty high because the quality of viewership, you know what I'm saying. We're on to Happy This Way. Look at this. This was taken by my dear friend, Rob Shanahan, who is fecking great. Fecking great. I love the man. He's incredible. He's done many photos of me. He and Matt Mindlin, who's in the other room as well, who is truly the ace man, and I'm doing all these videos with him right now, as you know. Incredible guy. So here we go. Happy This Way. What can I tell you about Annette Ramirez? Hello, darling. This was a bit of a breakthrough record for me. Why? Because I'll tell you, I'm going to start with the title track. It's very important. The perils of being a surfer girl. It's so true. I can't even get in the water now. It's actually too dangerous to go out and breathe for collapsed lungness. This album, what does Happy This Way mean? Does it mean I've come to terms with who I am and what I am? Yes, yes, it does. What happened? I'll tell you a little story to kick off, because I'm going to start with the title track. Brenda Scott, hello, Patty, hello. It's an absolutely uplifting, somebody took my body over and wrote this song because it broke the always in the minor keys. It really was a joyful song. Why? Because, stay with me, I was driving to Hollywood. I was driving into Hollywood to see somebody, to do something, to buy some shoes, whatever I was doing. And whilst I was driving, I had a pure and the first memory of my mother that I had had since she had left this mortal planet, a mortal coil. It was the first time I saw her as the mother that I also knew to be true, the beautiful, joyful, funny, enthusiastic, supportive. Sue knows what I mean, my sister. And it was the first time in all these years that suddenly I saw her clearly, and it was like, that was when I knew that my life was changing, that things were changing in a big, big way, because I had a good memory. You know, the thing about memories is that the bad ones, the painful ones, the difficult ones, they stay, don't they? They stick around. They stay with you. They hold on. They have such damage. They make such damage on a cellular level. The good ones are sometimes harder to find, to remember. And I saw her, and that's why I wrote this song, because I realized that this was a great moment in my life where things were going to change for the better. And they did. They did. This was the breakthrough. And I wrote this song, Happy This Way. Mother, dear mother, well, where have you been? I've been searching your face for so long. I want you to know just how happy I've been. I want you to know that I'm strong. Mother, dear mother, just look at me now. I can see both the sides of this world, and I can remember the smile on your face just as much as the pain of a lonely girl. And I want to dance in the streets until midnight, to laugh till the dawn of the day. And when they ask why I act so strange, I reply, I'm just happy, so happy this way. Sister, dear sister, just look at us now. Look at the changes we've made. God, we walk straight through hell. It's funny somehow how we sink, how we swim, how we saved ourselves. So let us dance in the streets until midnight. Let us laugh till the dawn of the day. And when they ask why we act so strange, we'll reply, we're just happy, so happy this way. Well, I used to look back and regret everything. Dark was the color of life. You forget any happiness there might have been when you feel so much hurt deep inside. But life is a cocktail of pleasure and pain. You can grow it or wave it goodbye. One day you'll feel you can love once again, and the memories of good days will grow inside. And then you'll dance in the streets until midnight. You'll dance till the dawn of the day. And when they ask why you act so strange, you reply, I'm just happy, so happy this way. So let us dance in the streets until midnight. Let us laugh till the dawn of the day. And when they ask why we act so strange, we'll reply, we're just happy, so happy this way. We all need this today, don't we? It's true. To remember the good things, the joyful things, is so much harder. I got a lyric wrong, but this is an original. These are the original lyrics that I wrote, but actually it's the life is a cocktail of pleasure and pain. You can drink it or wave it goodbye. Not you can grow it. It's not weed, is it? You can drink it or wave it goodbye. So there you have it. So that's a nice uplifting song. There are many uplifting songs here today, believe it or not. Thank you, Blair. Thank you all so much. Thanks, Sue. Sue Flad. Kathy Matters. Kathy Mates, sorry. Ken Campbell. Thank you very much, guys. Indeed. So it's and there's a very Celtic feeling to this album. It kind of vacillates. Oh, thanks, Sue. Thanks, darling. Of course, you being in part of it. And that was for us. It's sort of like when you've come through a hard time, I think we all know this, and when you have some PSTD and everything that goes with it, it takes so long. I mean, even, to the point where when somebody dies, when somebody leaves you, even with my dog, yesterday I came home and for the first time I imagined her waiting for me on the other side of the door when I came in to greet me, and that's what I'm talking about. And it's the first time I'd had that sweet, incredible memory since she passed, and it was just like remembering that just filled me with joy, because all the other stuff was so much stronger. It always is, isn't it? Oh well. But now, so as I said, this is quite thank you. It is a settling song. Thank you so much. Doris, indeed. I know, I miss her so much. But so here's the thing. I'm going to share with you the other very Celtic. There's a lot of very Celtic sounding songs and very kind of ballad heavy, very, very Welsh ancestry songs in here. But of course, being that this was about my mother and that, of course, the story of my mother and father is that they came from South Wales and they came to London in order for my father to pursue his career as an opera singer. But when my mother never met my husband, of course, she'd long been gone. But the great irony in life is that she was a huge fan as a little girl of these comedians called Abbott and Costello in America. And it turns out that my husband, who was a child actor, was in Abbott and Costello Go to Mars. Can you believe this? And she would have seen him when she would have seen him on film as a small child. How weird is that in life? How strange these things happen. So in a weird way, there was a connection there, I guess. So she did see my husband. But there was a point in our marriage where Harry would say to me constantly, "Why do you always fucking interrupt me all the time? I mean, all the fucking time, for fuck's sake." And I said there were two answers to that. One was because you're a slow-talking American, and Americans are really slow-talking compared to Brits. There's no getting away from it. Much slower talking, and so I tried to explain for the longest time that it wasn't because I disrespect. Well, of course I do. I disrespect. That's just who I am. Judith disrespect Owen. That's me. So I was trying to explain to him that in my family, in the way that we talk, nobody waits for anybody to finish. You just dive in there, because if you wait for people to finish, you'll never fucking well say a word, because everybody's so self-absorbed. We're all talking about everything we want to talk. That's how it is. So I had the opportunity. I love these laughing emojis. They're so damn funny.
I had this great opportunity. We went to a party in Scotland, and we went to visit a birthday party up in Scotland at their castle. You know, as you do. We went to a castle, of course. We're just coming to your castle. Thank you for your birthday party. And so we went up to see them, and I thought this was the perfect opportunity to show him the two places that mean the most to me. One being the Highlands of Scotland, which I'm fucking bollocks about. You know, what does that mean? I'm crazy about the Highlands of Scotland. I feel like it's my spiritual home, even though I'm Welsh. I feel like the Highlands of Scotland have something intrinsically that is me. I feel it. I look right there. Everything looks right. And that's really what it's about. So I decided I'd drive over to the Highlands of Scotland with him and then drive the whole way down, go round, you know, Liverpool, go round into the top, into North Wales and drive all the way down to the centre, go from Conway, where we used to go as kids and see the castle and everything, up to Llandudno and go for Christmas, summer sometimes, and then drive the whole way down the middle of Wales. I didn't know you then, Sue. I would have waved at you if I'd known. All the way through middle of Wales, straight down to the south of Wales, so he could see where I was from and he could understand why Welsh people don't wait for somebody to stop talking before they talk. It's just not right. It's not who we are. So after going to Conway and seeing the castle and feeling unbelievably moved and feeling so at home with this American husband who was suddenly realizing that what he'd married wasn't the rudest woman in Christendom, was in fact a Welsh a person who couldn't shut up. So we went to Llanelli, which is where my family from, and we went into the market and we went to the cafe and we sat down. My sister knows exactly this cafe, you know the one, Sue, on the way into the covered market, and it was on the way out in a bakery and a cafe, and there was a bunch of women together and they were all talking like that, you know. And I was, you really? No. Oh, it's beyond. So there's all that noise and they're all doing this at the same time. And Harry looks at me and says, it's like a tree full of parrots. And I said, it is indeed. And when we left, he said, well, he didn't apologize. Why would he? He said, I understand you for the first time. You're not rude. It's just who you are. You're Welsh. So there you go. There you have it. Now, the thing that was incredible about this, of course, is that I got to relive my childhood. I got to go back to the place that meant so much to me, the land that I'm from, the glass half-broken people that I relate to. And I wrote this song about coming home with him, going back, seeing it all, visiting my mother's grave, seeing all those places that meant so much to me and Sue and so important to us growing up. It was the happiest time of our childhoods, I believe. So I wrote this song. I'm happy to say it was a song that my dad learnt to play, which really made me over the moon. He learnt to play this because it was in my Judith Owen songbook. And this is a song that featured, or on that album features Gabriella Swallow on cello. And it really is a total homecoming song. And it's really who I am. And this is called Conway Bay. Incredible string arrangements, again, by the remarkable Hummy Man. I took the road from Cantercray to the Western Isle, down into Conway Bay. I took the road through heathered hills, put my arms around the land that would haunt me still. I took the road from Cantercray to the Irish Sea, down to my mother's grave. I took the road through childhood time, girl who was always mine. And the bridges we burn, they make life so beautiful. They're the places we yearn for when we're so far away. Oh, those bridges we burn, they make life so beautiful. The childhood, sunny days, rainy days. So I took the road from Canterbury to the Western Isles, down into Conway Bay. I took the road to Heather Hills, and at last I cried, ancient land, you hold me still. Rachel Lee is watching. Darling Rachel Lee, my very own Viking lady. How fabulous. Well, that one will do it for you then. That'll get the heart in you, my love. Absolutely. Thank you, everyone, so much. Thank you. Thank you. I do love playing that song. It does mean the world to me, I have to say. It's just, it covers all the bases. Jabs me in every single part of my heart, you know. It really, really gets me. And all the good places, all the soft bits, the underbelly that kills me. But Alison Bissett, hello, darling. Hello, how you doing? How you doing there? So, as you can see, so we're through the first two kind of very Celtic sounding, very throwback to Wales, to the Welshness, to the whole, you know, my life growing up. Those amazing summer holidays I remember with my sister where we would be sharing a big bed and there'd still be condensation in the middle of summer dripping down and the sheets would be damp because it's Wales and because every day it was raining for summer rain. We love it. And yeah, fondest memories. Isn't it remarkable, those things? As I said, it's like the bridges we burn make life so beautiful. The things that you leave behind, it's, you know, it's sunny days, rainy days. It's childhood. It's your childhood. And of course, you know, there are certain things that always stand up. Flatly always stands out to me, and I know it's the same for my sister. The things that stand out for me are always my grandparents, my Mum Gene Dickey's house. And isn't it interesting how sometimes you can smell something like I smell smells in the garden sometimes. It takes me right back to my grandparents, and I can literally feel and smell myself there. And there. Straight back. It's the most remarkable thing. It really, really is. So, my friends, onwards we go. I think we might have a little bit of a freeze going on here because I think we might have a freeze going on, but let's continue. Let's continue as best we can. We've got some hearts coming up, I know, but hopefully you're not freezing too much, as it were. So let's go on to a completely different way. Hello, Mark Jackson. A completely different thing now. Let's go to a different vibe. Again, as is so typical of me, I guess, looking at this, I realized that I went from absolutely Welsh, full on Celtic, and then I went to very symphonic, and then I went to absolutely jazz. And there's somebody in London who I'm a huge fan of, and has been a friend of mine for the longest time, ever since I was first out on the scene, first playing in first playing in Ronnie Scott's, and actually, I was so young when I started playing in Ronnie Scott's, and Ronnie was still alive. So was Pete King, and they took care of me and would have me open in the same way that Pedro was before he came over to America. The same thing, you know, opening in the band and everything, in the house band. I would open for these amazing amazing artists, and I was so green and I was so naive. It was absolutely shocking. I do remember this is where I really met Ian Shaw, the fabulous guy who fabulous jazz artist who sings on this next song with me. If I can remember how to bloody well play it. But I do remember one of my most striking and most fantastic memories of Ronnie Scott's at that time was playing, and everybody was smoking at that point, and I was playing the piano, and there was this sort of big fat ugly man in the front, like pawing this poor young girl, and he had a huge cigar, and he was talking all the way through my set, and I remember afterwards Ronnie said to me, "So Jude, how was the gig? How'd it go, darling?" And how'd it go, darling? Hey, Tom. And I said, "Well, it was great, Ronnie, but that man in the front, he just never stopped talking and blowing smoke in my face, and I thought he was very rude and vulgar the way he was treating that probably a hooker, nice young girl with him, and he said, "Oh, no, I don't like that. I don't like to hear that. I don't like to. Don't worry, darling, it won't happen again." And I'm like, "Okay, Ronnie, thanks," and got paid and hung around for a little bit of a drink, and then with probably Ian Shaw, and then buggered off outside to where when I left the club, I saw the bouncers on the front door throwing said large man with cigar and girlfriend hooker out, dear, plus, getting really fairly intolerant with him. So it was fantastic, and I just thought I will never fucking open my mouth ever again. Ever. Anyway, that was one of my most favourite memories, because honestly, they were diamond geezers. If Danny Thompson ever sees it, if he ever watched it, he'll stand by with this one. They were diamond geezers. They had their rules, they had their ways. And so I wrote this song because when I came to America, I realized that everything is about face value. Everything is about the way you look, the clothes you wear. It's not, and it's the same in Britain now too. It's all about the way you look. And right now we're right in the middle of like the shit in this one. We're right in the middle of the two camps: people who care, people who want more, people who want something deeper and better for this planet, and people who give a shit, and all they really want is just to look good, buy the right things, wear the bling, blah blah, give the fuck about everything else. So this is about those people and what we're sold pretty much all the time, which is about that's all that really matters, isn't it? So I wrote this song, Cool Life, and it was a kind of love letter to Ronnie's. Love letter to Ronnie Scott's. Love letter to our youth at Ronnie's, and to that vibe and to the jazz that I love so much. So let me just practice a little bit so I don't fuck up. So hang on. This is Cool Life. That's it. A cool life, that's what they're selling us. Look sharp, you'll have them a fool. A cool life, that's what they're offering us. Who cares what you think or if you made it through your school? A cool life, your face in magazines. Just don't make it look like a work. Choose books that may look good on you. And your bespoke shoes and your bow-tank shirt. Don't you know that everybody wants parties every night and the shopping jaunts, checking into rehab? That's what all the sexy people do. You know that you'll meet your best friends there, 'cause everybody wants a cool life. Cool, cool life. A cool life, that's all you read about. There's nothing to compare. Can't be too thin or overpowered. Must learn to live on air. Who cares if Vincent killed himself? If Juliet died in vain? If you wear shades and a spray on tan, success will surely be thy name. Don't you know that everybody wants parties every night, endless shopping jaunts, checking into rehab? That's what all the sexy people do. You know that you'll meet your best friends there, 'cause everybody wants a cool life. Everybody wants a cool life, Everybody wants checking into rehab. That's what all the sexy people do. Oh, you'll meet your best friends there, 'cause everybody wants a cool life. A cool life, a cool life, a cool life. Oh, cool life. Everybody wants a cool life. Fucking hell. Is that the truth? Maybe. Who can tell? I know we're having problems because I'm not seeing the usual little text from you all, so I know there's a trouble afoot. But I will put this up in all its cleanliness, I hope, for you afterwards. You can see it again if there's been a problem, I must say. But this comes to the end of the first section of Happy This Way. There will be more songs about being Welsh, about being in this world, about struggling through, about turning the corner, as we all do at some point, and have those moments of bing. But, you know, the thing I did this morning, as I said, with when we started with Leland and Pedro, I did that because I really want to get a few more songs out for you to see that really are about what we're going through, particularly here in LA right now, where literally hundreds of thousands, and it will be millions of animals are dying in these fires, where it is really horrendous. We're in the safest place here down in LA, but I got to tell you, this is absolutely shocking. The worst air quality in the world right now. The damage is unbearable, unthinkable, unbelievable, but it's the truth. All because we don't care. And as the fabulous leader Emperor said, those trees that, Mr. Trump, he did say, those trees, you know, they get really dry, really so dry. They get so dry, they just get so dry that they explode. Yeah. No wonder you don't believe in science if you say fucking idiot things like that. The exploding trees, my friends. So that being said, there will be a song out for you all tomorrow. That really is a reflection on what we're going through. The fuck's sake, right now, okay, with all of this that's going on, as if the COVID isn't enough. As if it's all not enough. Yeah, here it is. We're at the crunch, people. So I don't want to bring you down, but, you know, these are the times where we have to share, we have to speak out, we have to share what we feel. So I hope you'll enjoy these the song that I'm putting out tomorrow. It will be I Know Why the Sun Shines, like you haven't heard it before, but that's what you'll be seeing in the next day or so. In the meantime, I will be seeing you on Sunday. You know I will, and I cannot wait to continue part 2 of happy this way, my friends. Until then, mask 6 feet, wash those lovely hands, won't you? I promise I'll get this neck and this arm in better shape. I'll be fine. It's fine. I'm going to go and lie down and sob right now, but it was worth it. It was worth it to connect with you. You know that. I love you dearly. I know you're having problems texting me and sending those messages, but no worries. We shall be reunited. To all of you, love you all. Take good care of yourselves. I will see you on Sunday. Until then, you have been watching For Fuck's Sake by your tireless leader, moi, Judith Owen. I love you all. See you very, very soon. Mwah.